Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Fordy Runs. I'm Chris Ford, aka Fordy. In this video, I'm going to tell you how I smashed my half marathon, my park run PB, and my 10k PB this summer. Let's get stuck in. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Fordy Runs. If this is your first time at Fordy Runs, make sure you hit that red button down there to subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with all the latest running videos we've got on Fordy Runs, the YouTube channel for the everyday runner. Go to Facebook and check out our Facebook page and join our running community group on there. You can just click that join the group button, and don't forget to check out the links below in the description. There's some cool stuff down there, so check out the links below in the description. But so this video is all about PBs and how I managed to break 3 PBs this summer. If some of you do follow my vlogs, weekly vlogs, you've already all have seen what I've been up to over the summer. But if you're new to the channel or you're checking this out for the first time, this summer I set myself a challenge after the London Marathon of trying to break my half marathon, my 10k, and actually my park run PB. I snuck the park run PB in there at the last minute. So I went about trying to get faster, because what I found after the London Marathon and all the training I did for that, I got really slow for me. And I was basically running about, on average, about a minute per kilometre slower than I was before the London Marathon training. And I think a lot of people find that when they do marathon training, they get slower, and that's the right thing to do. There's nothing wrong with getting slower for marathon training because it's a totally different distance, and you need to really establish a different pacing for that. So I set myself that goal. I wanted to get faster, and this video, like I said at the start, I'm going to tell you how I did that. So let's get stuck in. Right guys, so the first thing really I'd say to you, if you're looking to run faster and you want some tips, advice on how I did that, the first thing I say to you is check out the video I did with the Forest of Dean runner Andy. I'm going to put a link up somewhere up here. And Andy was kind enough to come on our channel. I say check out his channel, the Forest of Dean, because he did a wicked video on how to run faster. Because as I say, after the London Marathon I was looking to run fast, and I had some ideas, but I wasn't really sure. So I asked Andy, because he's like the fastest person I know, and he's got a wicked channel, and if you see his stuff, he runs, you know, 10k's in like probably about 5 minutes. He's super quick, and obviously he's a really nice guy, which helps as well. But he did this video for us, and I really recommend you taking the time just to watch the whole of it. I know we only get 5-10 minutes here and there, but just take the time and watch that video, because he talks about different elements, and what I did was I took some of those elements and put them into my training. So starting off, basically I looked at using the same kind of training schedule for the whole of this half marathon, 10k sort of PB chasing thing, and that consisted of 3 runs a week, and I would have my sort of easy run on a Tuesday, which consisted of anything between 5 and 7k. On average it was 6 kilometres, because I do a certain route on the way home. Then I would run that at what would be called, let's say, marathon pace to start with when I started out. So for me that was 5:35 per kilometre. And so apologies if you do stuff in miles, but this is going to be in kilometres, as I say. It's a bit weird, but we can work it all out. And then I would then use my Thursday run, which was again a similar distance, between 5 and 7 kilometres. On average it was 6 kilometres. And I would do that at tempo pace. Now I started out running at tempo pace at around 5 minutes per kilometre, so that's what I was trying to aim at. And I would start when I came back from marathon training. Obviously I had a couple of weeks to get over it, but I would do the first kilometre slow, and I'll do the last kilometre slow, and in that middle I would go for it, say around about 5 minutes per kilometre. And then I'd have my long run as usual on a Sunday, but I'd scale back the distance on my long runs, and I was maximum, doing half marathon distance, and I would sort of go up and down. So some weeks I would do that distance, and then some weeks I'd come back to like a 10k or a 15k, and within that 10 to 15k I would run elements, so whether it be 10k, 7k, at what I would describe as a fast pace. So It wasn't tempo pace, so it wasn't that 5 kilometre, but maybe it was like 5:10, something like that. So at the start, I'd be putting a nice bit of pressure on myself to try and pick up the pace during that longer run. And then what I did was I basically used that foundation and I built on that over the summer. And as you'll see from the vlogs, if you go back to my vlogs, you'll be able to see that what I then did was the Tuesday's recovery run was actually becoming a faster run. So from going from 5:35s, I was then hitting sort of 5:15 per kilometre, because naturally I started to get faster. My tempo runs would go from 5 minutes per kilometre down to about 4:45 per kilometre, and I would be running for more of a distance, so maybe just like a half kilometre warm up, half kilometre cool down, or even burn straight up to the end. And then on the long runs, like I said to you, I did scale back. I hardly hit half marathon distance. I went up to about 18 kilometres, but what I was doing was really putting some of that tempo pace into that longer run. Like I say, 5 kilometre of the run, or maybe 7 kilometre of the run, 10 kilometre of the run, and I would sort of build it up without trying to get injured, because it's like easy to do. I would, put elements in it. Once I'd established that sort of speed work, I also was putting in hill work. So on my Tuesday easy run, I would put a hill in. There's a great hill around the corner from me, which I can finish on. So I would turn around and I would finish on that hill, and I would sometimes I would sprint up it, sometimes I would just go up it gentle, because again, trying to avoid injury, but I'd put the hill into my work. And then also on the Thursday run, the tempo run, I would drop kind of intervals in. So I would be doing like 1 kilometre, 5 minutes per kilometre. Then I would try and stick a 4:40, somewhere around there, maybe a pinch faster, maybe a pinch slower, the next kilometre. And then I'd go back to that sort of 5 minute kilometre, and then I'd go again. So I would then break it up. So I'd go in like slow to warm up, really fast, slower, really fast, slower. And then I kind of built that into the sort of training schedule as well. Now I did all that up until the point of the Southend half marathon. I went then down to Southend. I only had a couple of hours sleep, as you probably all well know, and I managed to knock out a PB. And to be honest with you, I probably could have run faster. I'm filming and I'm doing other bits and bobs when I'm there, and most of the time I'm mucking about. So I think if I was actually to concentrate, I probably could have gone faster. It did help me that I had Chris from Here We Are Running, check out his channel, ahead of me. So like I said in my 10K video, again, check that one out if you can, about how to run a good 10K. I picked a victim, and that unfortunately was Chris in this instance, and I used him in front of me to motivate him to basically so I could catch him up, and that pulled my time up. So I did lose a bit of time, mucking about and things like that, but that sort of got me through, and I smashed that PB, and I'll put it down below exactly what I did, so you can see my PB was before and it was after, so you can see where I shaped the time. After I'd done the half marathon, I concentrated on my 10K. I continued the same training elements, and I didn't really change anything. I just scaled back again the distance, so going from doing those like 18K, 15Ks, I scaled that right back, and the maximum I was doing was I think I did a 10 miler, I think I did 2 10 milers, and that was it. Rest of it was 10Ks, and again I was running elements of that 10K at sort of tempo pace, so I was doing like 7 kilometres at tempo pace. I also focused onto the park run PB, because while I was running fast, I thought, you know what, I might as well have a go at that. And again, I looked at my pacing, and if you've seen, actually it's not out yet, there's a video coming out which is awesome on how to run a park run PB, so check that one out when it comes along. But I just basically switched focus to the park run PB because I was running fast. I just got my pacing settled in my head what I was going to do, and I just nailed that. I could have probably run faster on that, but I was filming and stuff like that. So, but I managed to beat the park run PB. By doing that again, and it was all down to the work that I'd done. I then carried that work over to the 10K, and then I had the 10K challenge, which is the 3 10Ks back to back. Actually, it ended up being 4, but one of them doesn't count because it was for charities that I moved London relay thing, and we was just burning around London, and it was a bit like I didn't count because it was really slow. But we had the 3 back to back. We had the Wear, we had the one in London, the Sunset, and then we had the British 10K. The Ware one was a bit hilly. The Sunset one was like 4 laps, and the British one was packed. But basically, I took all my training and all the speed work I'd done, I took that to the 10K, and obviously I had success. And again, you can see below what I've done before and what I did after. Now, I was only able to achieve all of them, again, pretty much because the speed work I'd done in my training. I say, and I refer you back to the video I did with Andy, and I put that into play with some solid pacing in mind. I knew exactly what I needed to do. I knew exactly sort of race day tips. Again, check my videos out on race day tips. With regards to the 10K, like I say, the picking the victim, making sure where you are on the start line, making sure you warm up correctly, and those kind of things. So I was mentally ready and my body was ready. And when the 10K came, I knew exactly how to execute it, and we did that. So that was good news. So basically, in a nutshell, just wrapping it all up, my top tip for everybody, if you're looking to run faster, is put the speed work into your training. Don't neglect the long runs. Use your long runs, but add the speed training into that long run. Make sure you're doing hill work, make sure you're doing intervals. Get yourself down to the gym or do some yoga, get your strength and your core, up to speed. You really need to build on that. Put all that together with a great pacing strategy and a good race craft, and you'll smash that PB. That's what I did, and that's how I got on this summer. I managed to smash all my PBs, which I'm really pleased about. And yeah, that's it. So I hope that's interesting for you. I hope that's useful. I wanted to share that, tell you how I did it, what the sort of method behind my PB was, how I achieved that, because people are always trying to go faster, obviously. So I thought I'd share that with you. But that's it from me. If you did like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. You know the drill by now. Stick the comments below. Subscribe to the channel. There's plenty more stuff coming out on the channel. Make sure you check this video out. It's pretty wicked. But that's it from me, and I'll catch you guys later.